Hi guys, it's Hayley. I'm here with another scrapbooking process video to share with you today. That piece of navy cardstock is quite damaged along the top, and I was just pointing it out, and I'm just going to cover that bit up. The rest of it's fine. And the piece I'm going to cover it up with, I'm sorry about my camera blurring every now and then. I have no idea what that's about. I'm doing everything exactly the same as I've always done, so I hope that remedies itself. Okay, so this yellow piece, this buttery yellow piece, is from Ellie's studio, and I love all of those tone on tone patterns. They're awesome. And these die cuts that I've cut on my silhouette, they are from Ellie's studio as well. That's in the digital cut files part of their website. You can buy the bits to go with the collections, and I cut a whole lot of these for something, and you'll probably see them on the next few pages as I use them up. If they're on my desk and they're already cut, they get used. That's the thing with, I don't have my silhouette in the same room that I scrapbook in, because I'm in the living room and the computer is in the dining room. And I'm sorry if you can hear that noise. We've got I live in the earthquake zone, so we've got building going on all around us at the moment, so I apologize if you can hear lots of random noises. So yes, I don't start a page and then go, I'm going to go and cut that design. Very rarely will I do that unless it's something that's really specialty. I cut a whole bunch of stuff in a batch, usually in white, and then I sit it on my table and I use it, and that is the way I actually do use it up. I'm very good about using my silhouette often. When I made the investment, I knew I'd wanted one for so long. I knew that if I got it, I had to use it all the time, and I do, so I'm really pleased. Okay, so that's enough waffling about that. So I have some other elements here. That wee stack of kind of banners, I didn't put that together on camera. I was just sitting watching TV and I was mucking about with scraps, so that is the portion that's going to go under the photo. Now this page is a sketch from Let's Get Sketchy. They have a sketch every week and I really like their sketches, so I try to participate. And the products I'm using are from my homemade kit from the Scrap Stash Kit Club, and these were some of the colours for this month: the navy blue, the yellow, kind of an aqua teal mint. I kind of was a bit liberal, so this is part of that challenge too, to use up. I'm working from my kit here, so I quite like to join together things if I can, like a sketch and a particular challenge and things. So that little circle I just placed down, that is from Heidi Swap, and this flare is from Freckled Fawn. The little circle from Heidi Swap, they come on a sheet, and they have a circle in the middle that has either a icon or a saying on it, and I end up using them on another page that I haven't done the video for yet. I haven't narrated yet. And so you see them on the shelf and they just look like a circle, and then they have this separate circle around the outside. They're quite cool. So yeah, I decided that I actually should lift that picture up, and I actually had a piece of paper in mind to mat it on, but I just completely decided to skip that step. So here I'm going back to do that, because I just felt like it there is only one photo and it's not huge or anything, so I felt like it needed a little bit more emphasis. So this paper is just, it's a very lonely scrap from Amy Tangerine's Yes Please 6x6 pad. I've virtually got none of that collection left, so it's good to get it used. And then I'm just going to mat it on this kind of textured paper. It's kind of a bit like vellum, but it's got ridges in it, and it's got that weird gold fleur-de-lis at the top. It's actually from, I've had it for so many years, maybe 10. I mean, so many years. It's maybe from, at the stationery store, how they have those, well, yeah, I presume those stands that have individual sheets you can buy for like invitations and things, and you buy the kind of fancy sheet, and then you buy the backing cardstock, and then you buy the envelope and things like that. It's from there. I've had it for so long. So even if I use it for layering, I'm pleased to get it used. So this photo of my girls, this was a day where we went out to buy new pyjamas. There's a particular store I buy pyjamas from, and I thought I might want to remember that when I'm old. I don't know. And the girls were pretty excited actually. They don't do a lot of shopping. Like, I buy them things, clothing and things, but they don't do a lot of going and trying things on. So they went and picked out 2 sets of pyjamas, which they were really excited about. It's quite funny. And so it ended up that Olivia and Gabriella had 1 pair that matched, and Sophia and Olivia had 1 pair that matched. So they are twins on different days, so that's kind of cool. So I've just added a piece of yellow washi tape at the top of the picture. That is from My Mind's Eye, and it's just a small chevron that came in one of those long tubes with the 2 colours. And now I'm just thinking, what am I going to put alongside the picture, and what am I going to use for my title? I had a lot of things here that were too green or too bluey green. So I'm just looking at the more neutral ones. And I end up going with that Dear Lizzie. I think it's called, I want to say Fox. I'm not 100% sure. And it's kind of a grey glitter. It's kind of got a navy tone to it, even though it's not really navy. It's kind of hard to explain. Anyway, I did say I wanted to use up these rub-ons, so I'm using 1 at this rate. It's going to take me a while, but 1 is better than none. So I'm just going to rub that on here next to the picture. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't like that fork one I did, in an earlier video that was completely awful. But these are probably a collection or 2 later and hadn't been opened already. So I must try, and now that I have opened them, I must work on getting those other ones done. Even if I just use them for layering or something. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't one of those ones that, because it's that pencil look, it's not like the coloured ones where you can see that it changes colour when you rub it. You can see that it's gone kind of dull because it's transferred. Those pencil ones, you can't really tell. That's why I'm lifting it up to check. And here I'm fiddling about with some arrows, some acetate arrows. They came from the Basic Grey Mint Julep, like ephemera kind of pack. And I'm just putting some ATG on there, which is a wee bit problematic because there's more holes in the arrow than there is arrow. So I was trying to clean it out from all those areas. And another thing I didn't realise, and you'll see me fight with it in a minute, is that these little tiny bits have a you know how the acetate frames, like the one I put on the picture there, like from Maggie Holmes, how they have like a protective coating that you're supposed to peel off. I knew about that on those, but these tiny arrows have this protective coating, and I didn't know that until I started rubbing it to get the acetate, the ATG glue off. And then I was like, what is that? And then I see here I'm still not happy because the arrows have tiny little holes in the end. I should have probably stapled, and there I realised, oh look, that's got a protective piece, and then I can't get the yellow protective piece off. Yeah, I know, it's so awesome watching me fumble about. But anyway, it didn't occur to me that these small bits would have or need one really. I can understand the ones that are going over a photo, that they don't get scratched or, ruined that way, but that's why I'm out of frame, because I'm I'm working on it. There you go. Yeah. But I do like how they look, so that's good. Because they're not like an arrow that you can put like going onto a picture, because I don't think you're going to see it with it being acetate. So they needed to kind of be just stuck down. And next I'm going to move on to my title. And I started looking at these letters, and then I realised that if I was going to do it in these, gosh, there's a lot of numbers in that set. When am I going to use those? If I was going to do it all in these, I needed to go all capitals, because I just wouldn't have enough lowercase. And this size thicker for me is perfect. And because they're slightly smaller, I like to believe I get more, but I'm not sure whether they just filled it up with numbers. It's a bit suspicious, don't you think? I don't know. But I like to think I get more, and I feel like they've gone a long way. I must have a look and see if I can get some of these in a different colour. I don't like to have too many glittery ones, because I don't use them a heck of a lot. So it is going to say brand spanking new, and I do realise I left out a letter. And the thing with the foam ones, I like them because they don't seem to need more adhesive. And I must say, I didn't add more glue. And I'm playing with the page now because it's in front of me, and I can't lift any of them up, so the edges of the letters. So I'm quite happy that the foam ones seem to have better glue. The only problem I have with them is they're a wee bit more flexible when you're putting them down, so it's easy to make them unintentionally wonky. I wouldn't mind if I was intending them to be wonky, but because they kind of stretch either way, I have to be a wee bit more careful with how I put them down. And especially because they're all uppercase, so they're all very in line. So I do use my baking paper quite a lot to lay things out, mainly because I don't know where I'm going to put them. And for the likes of these foam ones, if it's stuck down and you've got it on cardstock, it's probably going to rip it. So I end up doing some journaling, but it's not on camera, so I'm just going to explain it. You'll see it in the stills, but I'll just explain it anyway while you're watching me in this really fun, exciting part of the video. So in the sketch, they just kind of had, it was mainly this really, the circular element, the portion of paper across the top, and then in the bottom bottom left hand corner, they had the journaling. So all I did was put the journaling on 3 wee strips of white cardstock and stuck them down and put an embellishment there. I may end up not caring, but at this point I don't really like how that looks. I may end up lifting it up and typing it, but I think if I type it, it's probably going to be even more spread out. So maybe I won't bother. Things tend to bother me right after I've done it, and then I'll look at it later on and I won't care anymore. So, but I do like how that title looks. I think that colour on the dark colour ends up looking good, because it's not too out there with the navy coming from behind. I must say, I haven't photographed anything navy in a while. Photographing that cardstock is terrible. Like, I couldn't believe how many marks were on it. I can't see them, but the camera can. So here I'm just adding some heart, ends up being a heart, from October Afternoon Daily Flash, because those colours match well. And that little heart at the bottom, there you go, is going to be there with my journaling. So I had a bit of a time with the photographing of the stills, but you know, you get that. So thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a great day and you're getting some scrapbooking or something crafty done. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.